Jake, 108, 105 in overtime. Not great.
What a disaster, dude.
Yeah.
What a disaster. 75-25 with about 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. And then they lost the game in overtime, which I'm like still like wrapping my head around what just happened here. There's many ways to go. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum combining for 14 for 43 is probably the headliner. They're settling for there's going to be a 3-point variance conversation here as well. But that was, I think, what was the problem for the first 3.5 quarters. The last half of the quarter was settling over and over again. Yeah. Well, go for it, brother.
Yeah. No, I think you're spot on there. Ultimately, look, if the Celtics shot their normal percentage in this game, the Knicks would not have been able to come back because it would have been like a 35 or 40 point game at that point. So they couldn't make shots. The third quarter, end of the third quarter. To me, I thought the process was great. They they generated a ton of wide open threes. And they just could not get any of them to fall. Meanwhile, on the other end, Josh Hart's making this crazy contested three in the corner. OG Anunoby's hitting some pretty difficult step backs. And that kind of continued. And then I'm with you, 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They let the misses affect the way they were playing offense. And I thought Tatum especially was just completely settling. He's going to have a pull-up three whenever he wants it in this series. And you just have to understand what's going on around you. And when you've just bled away a 20-point lead, you got to get downhill and you got to start making the right play.
Yeah, it's the pull-up three. We want you taking them. We want you taking pull-up threes, absolutely. But once the game has unfolded in the way that it has late in that game, let's lower the variance on the likelihood of a shot going in. The pull-up threes are a 35% shot, and we want you taking 5 of them a game or whatever the number is. Once you get down into that tight ball game, he posted Jalen Brunson up late. He missed a fadeaway, and I don't hate it, but he got the ball and started doing it with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Go to work on that matchup with 13, 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. The mid-range was really, really effective in the first round. The driving was incredibly effective against much better defenders in the first round. And both Jalen and Jason felt like they didn't want to drive for some reason for the majority of that game. And maybe they watched all the film from this season and they saw all the 3-pointers go in and they just believed that they would go in. I'll be honest, I believed that eventually some more of them would go in as well. But once it gets down to that point in the game, you have to change your approach and try and lower the variance on some of your shots.
Yeah, man. And I think Tatum, the carelessness at which he played this game late, he had that half goofy little pass to, I think, Jalen that got picked off for a dunk for OG the other way. And it's dude, it is a tie game with 3 minutes left in the second round of the playoffs. You cannot be that lackadaisical with the ball. It's just totally inexcusable. And it was one of his 5 turnovers. So I don't know what he was thinking at times. It's he played awesome in that second quarter, helped us build the lead up to, I think, 16 at halftime. And then when we got up 20, Tatum let go of the rope and he just could not get it back. And that happens, man. You just kind of mentally check out of the game and the other team's playing super hard. You can't just check back in. It doesn't really work that way. I know it's human nature, but you just have to stay focused.
Yeah, shout out RJ. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate everybody being here despite the immense amount of pain we're all feeling deep inside of our souls right now. But I'll say what I said after the loss of the Magic. The C's shot so poor in the game, let go of the rope in the second half and lost by 3 in OT. Shake it out. It'll be okay. Yeah, no question. I don't think we have to feel differently about the series. It's so frustrating because they did everything that we thought they would do coming into the series, dictating matchups. I thought it was a masterclass by Missoula in the first half. It was we got Towns in foul trouble. Oh, you want to switch? We're going to go out Towns. We're forcing him into the post and we're forcing turnovers. And and offensive fouls, and Mitchell Robinson's out there, and we're not actually going to let you play Mitchell Robinson at all. We're going to hack a Robinson. He's going to miss all his free throws. Now you have to play Precious Achiuwa. And despite us missing all of our threes, we're up 15 at halftime. It's like, the Knicks have no chance of winning the series. If the Celtics are shooting 35% from the field and we're up 15, how does this happen? And then just complete switch back the other way. Letting go of the rope is a good way to describe it because, and man, I've seen them let go of the rope and regain the rope, but obviously they weren't able to do that tonight. Haven't got to Kristaps Porzingis, but I mean, like, just technically was a no-show. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's sick again. I don't know. We got confirmation on what type of illness he's dealing with, but don't want to go too hard on KP. But in the minutes he was out there, he was bad. And then you get into foul trouble, and Sam Hauser turns his ankle, and you lose two guys, and you lose game one.
Yeah, and losing Hauser, he didn't even play in the first half. He did not have a positive impact on this game, but we need a wing off the bench. Like, someone has to play because otherwise it's like the Jays or Drew Holiday
Baylor,
are
baby.
taking, Baylor. It's Baylor time. Are taking those minutes. So we need Hauser to take up 6, 7, 8 minutes in a game. So without him, it's going to be even more patchwork than it already is, especially if you add KP going out, because then Al can't really play minutes at the 4 because he's going to have to play the 5 a ton. So it's just was a silly, dumb loss. Like, in late in the game, in an overtime, it seemed like we were getting the switch on Cat, and then we were like not emptying the side. Like that last Jalen drive, like, help is right at the nail. It's like, clear out or go to the dunker and give these guys some space to work. So I thought, like, was not Joe's finest last 10 minutes of this game, despite how great he was in the first half, especially. But like, that's the thing, and why I'm very confident we are winning this series in 5, maybe 6 now, since you lose game 1, is that, like, it took 45 misses and many of them wide the hell open for the Knicks to win this game in overtime. So, I mean, like, I'm still extremely confident. The Jays, well, Jason probably will not play this bad again.
I think that's fair. No. I was just laughing because I looked at the box score and I saw a 15 for 60 from 3. And I'm like, 60 is a big number. And I guarantee there's going to be a lot of talking head nonsense about that's too many threes. I think that there were too many threes. We talked about settling. That the right number was probably like 50. But there were so many good looks. Like, when they were up 20, they should have been up 30. That was a difference. And then, but once they came back, though, then they weren't able to get back to the process. Like, I think the shot quality, once the lead was gone, went significantly down. They were not getting clean looks. They had some moments, like finding Drew on the slip for both a layup, and he found Derek for a wide open catch and shoot 3 that he knocked down, which put us back up, I think, late in the fourth quarter by 1.
89-86. Yeah. Oh, no, that 3. One. I'm sorry. That was later. Never mind.
Yeah.
Derek hit one to make it 89-86 at one point as well. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And it's an emotional time right here to get our brains together. But so, like, the process kind of fell apart once they came back in the fourth quarter. Like, I was surprised that Knicks didn't run away with it almost. The fact that the Celtics, because what did the Knicks go up 5 or 6, and then we forced 6. Overtime? Mm-hmm. So credit for that, I guess. But I thought once they forced overtime, they were going to win. But then, because they had like kind of regained the rope and they'd gotten some good looks, and defensively they had really done a good job on Brunson and forced them into some difficult spots, but they did not.
No, they did not. That is for sure. Yeah, and like, it felt like there were some really timely rebounds. Like, we kind of won the offensive rebounding battle in this game by a lot. But man, there was, when we hit a 3 to go 89-86, Josh Hart gets a rebound, Brunson hits a 3 to make it 89-89. And then the next Knicks possession, the exact same thing happens, except I think OG hits a layup or dunks the ball. So Eric didn't move the D side to side at all. All drives were straight line, do him plays. And I think, like, You can do that against this Knicks team, but you got to clear out. You got to make space. And our spacing was atrocious at the end of this game. Like at times where multiple guys occupying the same space or the same wing, and that is very un-Celtics like. So it just was. I think the misses got to them, man, and like they just did not stick with the process. And when they did drive, it felt like you're not finding the pass, like you're not you're not looking for the dudes who are open. Like Drew was open in the dunker spot a lot. The dunker spot was there a ton. The short roll was there a ton. And Tatum's just like, you know what? I'm gonna fire away this 28-foot step back instead.
So you just reminded me, to start the first half, Jalen took a pull-up three with like 3 seconds gone in the game on the left wing, bricked it. To start the third quarter in the second half, same exact play, flipped the courts, top of the left wing, first possession, Celtics ball. He just took a pull-up three, and I'm just like, it just feels like not respecting the possession to me. Because like this is going to be a conversation from Dr. Germ Scary here. No, up 20. Do you know how you blow 20-point leads when 34 from 40 of your shots are from deep? And that's going to be something that people cling to. And I just don't think it's the types of threes. But those two shots that I, as examples right there, that's how you blow a lead, by not respecting and generating the right types of threes. Like the Drew paint touch in the short roll, who kicks it right back to Derek that he nailed to put us back up. I just never want you to pass up that type of shot. But how did you get that shot? Paint touch. It's all about the paint touches. Yes, we want some pull-up threes. Paint touches. The paint touches are there for this team. If they're switching, you just played against Orlando, again, a team that's much better at switching. You should be prepared for them to switch and be able to execute in that scheme as well. It was bad.
It was really bad. And like, I don't think going at Brunson straight up one-on-one in isolation against a set defense is the way to attack him. If one of the Jays get the switch on him, I want to see them go directly to the post. And if they scram it, like try and take advantage of the scram, because they're going to have to empty the corner to scram that out. And that opens a passing lane for a corner shooter. And then you've got them scrambling. So it just seemed like we did the simplest things, like, and played into what the Knicks wanted. Like they have to switch or we're going to completely roast them. And then like, don't make it easy on them when they do switch. Dino, I don't know what you want. Like the Knicks beat us. They played better than us. We missed a lot of shots. Like what are you trying to say, bro? We're holding the L.
Like it's compounded by the fact that the Knicks shot 46% from three, obviously.
Yeah.
So like you have and it's like, I don't want to put it all on shooting variance. The collapse is not shooting variance's fault. Like there was part of it when they made that like 9-0 run to close the quarter, that it was like Josh Hart hit a tough one. We missed some good looks. That's part of it. We're talking about the collapse late, where it's like, okay, now you need to really fight for great shots, to quote the great Joe Missoula. And they were not fighting for great shots. And shout out Cookie in the back there. And fighting for great shots is how the shots go in. Like you start missing shots. Like late, it was like frantic threes. Drew Holiday got an offensive rebound, just got in the corner and turned around and shot it. And I was like, why? There's like 90 seconds left and we're down 3, dude. You don't need to shoot that shot. We're just, oh my God.
And like they're reacting to Drew Holiday getting the ball and like pump fake it and drive. Like it's gonna be there. He had the baseline drive on that too. Like he could have easily drove that. And I thought the times Drew did drive, which was like twice in this entire game, I thought he looked pretty damn good and got all the way to the rim. So I'd like to see Drew just more involved and like tone the trigger down a little bit, because he also took a really bad step back, I think, in overtime too, maybe our second possession in overtime. That is just like, what are you doing? So and Eric, multiple drives off swings and relocations make the D move their feet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And how you do that is you got to get into your shit a lot quicker too. Like you can't just like lackadaisically, okay, now we've got the switch on Cat with 8 seconds left and the defense is set. Like, well, you can't have multiple drives and swings at this point because there's friggin' 8 seconds left. So then you're stuck with like, well, if I don't get by him on my first move, I have to take a step back. So it just was an extraordinarily frustrating like fourth quarter and overtime.
Yeah, and this is, you lose game one, arguably, I guess, a good one to lose. But you never want to lose a playoff game and go down in a series, right? Like you're losing the series. The best game to lose, I guess, is when you're up 3-0. And you lose game 4. So a good one to lose when you're actually up in the series. But yeah, Muzz, shout out to you. Good job missing the game. Stop watching it around 6 minutes ago in the third quarter would be my suggestion on that one. But yeah, dude, like you winning the series in 5 still on the table. You're going to be favored in every game, but winning 4 games in a row, you've done it against the Knicks before, so it's obviously possible. But like now, this series probably goes 6.
Yeah,
that's just the reality. Like before the series started, Celtics in 5 was the most likely outcome, and now you just assume that the series you have to win 4. The Celtics is probably going to 6, and you have no KP, maybe you have no Hauser. Is that extra minutes on Jalen's knee? Is that extra minutes on Drew Holiday's hamstring, on Al Horford's beautiful body? And that stuff continues to add up. Hopefully the Thunder lose today to make us feel a little bit better, but I'm not sure anything is going to make us feel that much better, because once you give up a 20-point lead in the late in the third quarter, you're not going to feel good. That's just reality.
No, you're like 3 good minutes away from winning that game, essentially. Yeah. Like if you push that lead out to 26, 27, the game is over, essentially. And again, like I really don't think that part of the game is not what I'm frustrated with, because I'm going to watch that last like 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter back. But my recollection is like, that's another wide open 3 we missed. That's another wide open 3, another wide open 3. So, but like once the shooting variance gets them back in it, man, you got to lower the variance. And holy shit, did they do the opposite of that?
And just remember, Jalen had that layup late. I have to watch it again. I don't know how it didn't go in. Yeah. But again, like I don't know why he was dancing so much on Cat. Like I get that you want to move the ball, but if you ISO'd on Cat, I don't need you to you will just race him to the rim. There's no rim protection out there. Keep an eye on where OG Anunoby is. Make sure that Tatum's like spaced on the opposite side of the court so he can't protect the rim. And it's like there's no rim protection, and you're going to beat Cat to the rim. So I'm not sure why he's dancing. It's like, just explode. Maybe he doesn't trust his explosion with the knee. Maybe that's part of it. But Tatum can beat Wendell Carter to the rim, but he can't beat Karl Anthony Towns to the rim. I think they're going to be really mad at themselves. Tatum taking 15 out of his 23 shots as threes. It's too many. Like 8, 9 threes is fine, but late in that game, he almost made that one late. It was like a little bit long. It was right on line over the top of Mitchell Robinson, but process was bad. We should probably, I'll give you closing thoughts here, but we got Late Night with Greeny coming up in an hour, and I'm sure he'll be a puddle, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, man, he's gonna be feeling everyone's pain. So he is our avatar. Yeah, man, I honestly, this is the exact type of game I thought when we lose a game in this series, it would look exactly like this. Doesn't make it any less frustrating. I'm riding season 5. Let's do it. I'm going to ride till the wheels fall off. Yeah, why not?
Right. Season 5, we'll lock it in. I'll see everybody later for Late Night with Greeny. Till next time, go Celtics.